Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So tonight's question is: does Hope have the right to be jealous of Thomas and Paris' engagement? Now I'm going to sit there and say no because, okay, bro, the world does not revolve around you. Okay, it really doesn't. There was one point she actually sat there and said, "Are you thinking about trying to, trying us again? Are you thinking about giving us another try or anything like that? Are you serious? How delusional can you be? Oh, wait, you think the world revolves around you. Never mind. You're going to be sitting there talking about all the soaps, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Let's sit there and do roll call and get this live stream started. Freddy's in the chat, how you doing tonight? LaShanta's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Black Mod's in the chat, aka Mr. GQ, how you doing tonight? Francis in the chat, how you doing tonight? Danny R is in the chat, how are you doing tonight? And Black Mod said, just finish it and hell to the no. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I'm doing good, Danny. How are you doing today? Cherry Icerson's in the chat, how you doing tonight? Queen of the South, how is the Queen doing tonight? It was all good in the hood. Autumn is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Autumn says, I love that Finn and Tracy saying I love that Tracy gave it to Finn straight and was pulling no punches. Like if you want to see Violet, you want your daughter back, you got to go to rehab. Exactly. CJ Cloves in the chat. How you doing tonight? And thank you, Freddie. I was just about to sit there and say that. I will not be able to read every comment on tonight's live stream. Yes, that's right. I will not be able to do that. So if you miss your comment, don't sit there and take it personal. Just repeat the question. At some point, I'll get to it. There's a lot of people. There's only one of me. I'm doing good, Black Man. I'm doing good. I had me a quick nap, so everything's a-okay. Thank you for asking. Of course, Queen, I gotta sit there and ask how the Queen is doing. I gotta ask how the Queen is doing. LaShanta, I'm so glad that scene happened because it pointed out a very stupid flaw that both Drew and Jason had with their way of thinking of risking it all for Carly and risking time with their family and their loved one for Carly. Well, if Carly goes to jail, who's going to take care of the kids? Their dads? Well, of course, you're not going to ask how the Queen's doing. Dolomedics is in the chat. Was good. Ain't that something, LaShanta? She was all like, oh, so you came back so we could sit there and try again? No, boo, because life is not about you. The universe does not revolve around you, love. Autumn says, hi. Albert, Hope has no right to be jealous of anything. Hope and Thomas don't align and they both want different things. Hope wants to continue rolling around in the sheets and Thomas wants marriage. Exactly. Oh, that's good, Danny. I'm going to check it out. Your video's been doing good. Thank you, Dolomedics. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, to be fair, Freddie, she only said one thing that made sense. My kids aren't more important than Jason's kids. But yes, Danny, I'm going to check it out tonight. Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, cherry ice cream. Everything's all right? And thank you again, Dolomedics. She sure did, LaShanta, which, to be fair, that was Alexa's fault, though. Well, of course, LaShanta, Thomas is rich. CJ Clove, the look on Hope's face, oh my goodness. To be fair, the look on her face when she found that they were engaged, priceless. The look on her face when Douglas called Paris mom, nah. See, that's where I was like, Douglas, you are so out of fucking pocket right now. You're so out of pocket for sitting there saying that shit. Like, are you kidding me? You just sat there and called Paris mom, and Thomas just kind of stood there like really, really, Thomas, you're not going to sit there and correct that shit? It was like it was like a slap in the face. She was like, "Why did you call Paris mom?" Douglas didn't say anything. Thomas didn't sit there and try to explain the situation. Like, what? Listen, Douglas has been out of pocket since they left. Since he came out his mouth talking about, oh well, you're not my real mom, and so is. Okay, well, she is your mom in every sense of the word. Like, what the hell are you talking about? It was pretty decent cherry ice cream. Um, the scenes with Finn. Why is it so loud? The scenes with Finn and what you call is really good. I'm very curious about that too. Stage of close. Now, Francis says, "Do you think they are engaged, or could Thomas be trying to make Hope jealous?" Hmm, could be. Could be. Danny said, "Did not see B&B and did see GA today." Oh, B&B was actually B&B, the surprise was actually good. So you should watch my review. The surprise was actually good. I thought it was out of pocket that Ava decided to invite herself into a dinner that she was not invited to. Oh, how about I just pull up a chair? No, how about you just sit there and take your ass home? Darby was good. Domex says, I'm just worried about Paris. I don't want her getting embarrassed again. That's true. That is true. That is very true. And Darby, I see you're not a member anymore. Ronnie Ron was good. Freddie says, Albert, yeah, I do agree. Carly does at least think about. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that was the only thing that I was like, okay, you do realize that your kids are not more important than what you call it. Yeah, Francis, I am sick and tired of Teresa bullying Holly, which is 17 years old. Like, calm down. And when she put her hands on her, I was like, yo, boy, you're doing too much. But I actually tell you the truth, Ryan, how is Hope disgusting? How is Hope disgusting? She was shocked that her son was calling somebody else. No, we got Ryan, how was she disgusting? She was the one that was wondering how what's good, Jonathan? She was the one that was wondering how you sniff there calling somebody else mom. Like honestly, tell you the truth, Ron, she has every right to sit there and be like, "What is what's going on?" She has every right to sit there and feel that way. Darby says Hope has a right to be jealous, but she doesn't have a right to interfere with Thomas and Paris' relationship. Okay, you're just gonna be listening. Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that, Freddie. And hit that damn like button. Domac says, I hate to say, but the whole time I was watching Teresa, I kept imagining how Jenny Lily's version would do the same. No, I mean, that's not nothing to feel bad about. We got to be stuck with this BS. Ron said that's not her effing child. She gets no. Ron, just because Douglas is not biologically her child, doesn't mean that Douglas isn't her child in every sense of the matter. Unless you think that just because somebody's adopted that's not that person's mom, because that's I'm sorry, Ron, but I disagree with that. Justin, no wonder why crazy Esme attacked Ava years ago. You wasn't a fan of what you call it? CJ Club wasn't a fan of Days. Johnson says, but Holt tried to interfere with Thomas and Paris' engagement and win Thomas back. Yeah, she would do some. I can see her doing some dumb shit like that. Dolmack says, I feel bad because I really like Emily as the actress. Hmm. Well, you're more nicer than me. Lashanta says, Albert, look up Tridge resolution. Restoration. Restoration. Look up Tridge restoration. What about that? Eagle Fang. Ava's downfall is coming soon, but too bad we won't see Carly serve time in prison, but she wants to get mad at Jagged because he's doing his job. Cry me a river. Hmm. Gloria, what's good? You know, Francis, Melanie said that. I think Melanie or somebody else said that one is going to leave and the other one's going to come back. Ava Fan says, yes, I know Ava got away with murder, but doesn't take away from the crimes. Carly has never faced herself. Hmm. Rachel was good. Justin says Christina was pissed at Ava. That's why I brung up. Oh, okay. Now I got you. But yeah, yeah. It's for me, my whole thing is like when I sit there and say, does she have a right to be jealous? She just comes across looking stupid being jealous. Hope comes across looking stupid as being jealous because it's like, boo, what's good, Tommy? Um, Rashanta said, Rich and Taylor old school scenes. Thomas when he proposed. Oh, okay. Okay, now I understand what you're saying, Lashanta. All right, I will look it up. What's good, Laura B? But what the hell I was gonna sit there and say? Mm-hmm. I remember. I remember Jonathan. She doesn't. She's just coming across as a Karen, and I think that's why Nicole was more easier on Holly because of the way that Teresa was acting. What's good, Deluxe? My weekend was good, Laura B. My weekend was good. It was a good weekend. How was yours? How was your weekend? I just thought it was just so inappropriate. Ava just coming there. It was like, oh well, I'm pretty famous. So let me just pull up a chair. It was like, nobody invited you ass to this table. Like how everyone just sat there and just looked at her like, what are you doing here? Now, of course, Natalia was sitting there being fake as hell throughout that whole time. So let's not sit there and act like she was not being fake as. Tommy says, I think Audra's going to get screwed by Victor. Of course, she's going to get screwed by Victor. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Tommy, I'm looking forward to her getting screwed by Victor because she deserves it. You sat there, you could have took that company for free of charge. But no, her stupid little ego, actually no, her immaturity got in the way. Dominic says, I feel like the Jennifer Lewis version would have said something to Nicole like, "Wait, what do you mean, though, Dominic? You think they would have sat there and changed the lines and wrote something different? And what's good, Jay Blue? Are you saying that they would have wrote the lines differently for Jennifer as opposed to Emily? Is that what you're saying? I just want to be clear on what we're talking about. I heard that too, CJ Clove. Dion's Corner was talking about that on his channel. I don't know how true that is, but Autumn says Albert Ava was a little delusional to say what Ava needs to understand is that Sunny only tolerates her for Avery's sake. Sunny don't like Ava like that. And she needs to get used to that. Yeah, she getting a little bit too comfortable. Well, she's been too comfortable. Autumn. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. I just want to make sure they're all mixed. Darby says, Albert, have you noticed that ever since she got pregnant, Christina have gotten more and more bolder with her words. I can't wait until she gives birth so she can use the. Okay. Jay Blue says I was grossed out by Natalia's darkness, but Ava, ignorant, ignored the vibe of the room and figured she could charm her way in. Not today, Ava. Yep. Um, Johnson says if Audrey gets screwed over by Victor, she may try to reach out to Tucker to make an offer, and Tucker will probably refuse as he should. Yes. Because when she had Sean says, "Who's Morgan?" It's Carly's other son, and is Carly's other son? Yeah, it's Carly's other son. Carly and Sonny's other son. Sean, when did you start watching the show? Ron says, Albert, what came to your mind when Sheila told Tom that you can't believe everything you hear on the internet? I think that she was giving him a warning. She was giving him a warning to stay out of her business. Um, Now, rather Tom is going to sit there and believe it or not. Oh no, I knew what you meant, Jay Blue. That's why I said it was like she was being fake the entire time, you know. And and in a certain way, Jay Blue, I can see how it's a little kind of disgusting how people act for one episode. Oh hell no, oh wow, are you serious, Jonathan? Don't says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not delusional. I don't think characters will be written completely." I just want to make sure, though, medics. I want to make sure, because there's been times in this chat where we've had people come in and say that, um, oh well, if this person was in the scene, they would have sat there and said this, they would have sat there and said that, but because this actor's not there, and I was sit there and like, all you're doing is you're giving carte blanche. All you're doing is you're giving carte blanche to people harassing an actor. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I understand now, Sean. Law B says I still think Hope and Thomas should have made the choice together than Steffi taking control of the situation, driving a wedge. It would have been a wedge to be driven if Hope would have actually made her damn decision. But I get what you're saying now. Johnson says maybe Brian will return to show that Morgan is alive, then later they may recast. Jonathan, how do you know that he's only coming back for one episode? Yeah, Lobby. I sat there and I was like, it's out of pocket. Monique. Monique says, what's the saying? Never miss your water well run till your well runs dry. Is hope is always when you move on, they want you back. Yep, exactly, Monique. Her, Katie. Katie's doing the same thing. Katie's doing the exact same thing with Poppy. Are you ready on the article? Okay. All right. Well, we shall see, Jonathan. We shall all see together. So let me come back as a ghost, CJ Clove. All right. Let's check the like situation. Thank you, Freddie. I was just about to sit there and be like, where's the like situation at? Because I got to sit there and cheat. 39 people in the chat, 11 likes. Okay. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. Also, become a member. Okay. We have a lot of great conversations on the weekends. Me and DC had a really good conversation about Teresa. He was pretty much Team Teresa. I wasn't for it. We had to agree to disagree a lot. That and the Sam bullshit is really starting to piss me off. Lord B, here's what I would sit there and say to that. She was irresponsible. She was irresponsible in the sense that she knew what Thomas wanted, right? Okay, she might have been honest and stuff like that from the beginning, and I get that part, but she knew what Thomas wanted. Okay, she knew what Thomas wanted, and if she wasn't willing to commit, then she should have broke off that relationship. But you have to sit there and remember, Laura B, why does she keep that relationship going? Why does she keep that relationship going? She knew what Thomas wanted, and she kept that relationship going. She kept that relationship going because of what she was going to get out of it. Yes, Tommy, Kyle is a sport brat. Um, J Blue says it better be a good reason why Morgan is back and why he has been gone for so long. The Jason excuse was wig. Oh, I wasn't a fan of Jason excuse. Okay. Lashanta Zabi, did you hear Tom tells Hope she hurt him? She understands why he left. Well, at first, she said that she didn't understand. And he said that. He was like, you hurt me not once but twice though. So she sounded like she actually said that I understood, but I didn't. Like, it threw me for a loop. I'm like, Hope, is the universe doesn't revolve around you. This is not all about you. And that's true, Laura B. But here's the thing though. Why continue a relationship with somebody who you knew if they wanted something that you didn't want? Let's put it this way, Laura B. Would you have a relationship with somebody if you knew that they wanted something differently than you? Would you continue a relationship if you knew that you were with somebody who wanted more than what you're willing to give them? That's the question for you, Laura B. Johnson says if Morgan is alive, I think my theory is my theory that he's been held captive for years, probably by pikemen. Lakeisha was good, love. I mean, I get that, Lorby, but that's my whole thing, though. Like, would you honestly continue a relationship with somebody who you knew wanted more than what you was going to give them? Because this is where I have my issues with Laura. I mean, my issues with Hope. She knew that she couldn't give him what he wanted, but yet you still. Okay. Nobody says Kyle's a sport brat, but I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be great to see him tell his mom he's quitting and working for Victor. Yo, Darby, that was a great scene now. Diane laid down the effing law. And she was not playing. She was like, yo, let's not act like you're untouchable. You can get those pink slip papers too, bro. Lashanta says, why the mentions him that we haven't seen him? I remember them mentioning Zende though. Morby says, "I personally think if that were me at the year point, I couldn't make my mind. I would end it exactly, Lord B, because you will be responsible. You'll be you'll be responsible to know that you'll be considerate of somebody else's feelings. You wouldn't be sitting there being in a relationship just because you're getting something out of it, so you're going to stay in it. That's the problem. You knew how he felt, okay? I can't sit there and think that she thought that they were on the same page after he asked her to marry and she said no. Okay, fine. You want to think that you're on the same page, even though I think that's kind of BS, whatever. But he asked you to marry and you said no, okay? So he said, why don't you wear my ring around your neck? You chose to do that. See, my thing is, Hope, is that in a way she wrecked her home. Okay, she could have chose any person to sit there and kind of be bumping and grinding with, but you chose to be in a relationship with the father of your child, knowing that if things go sideways, oh fucking well. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady, Thomas with Paris is gross. Cat Lady, you're not a fan of Paris? Lashanta says I don't care about Diana and Kyle because they plotted on Billy. Oh, Billy boy. CJ Close says Zende literally disappeared. Yeah, he got Thanos. Oh, goddamn. Okay, Cat Lady. Cat Lady said, hell to the no. Ooh. Okay, Cat Lady, I'm just gonna sit there and stare on your good side, love. Not that you have a bad side, but oh shit. Thank you, Jonathan. Johnson says the best thing that could come from this Margaret reunion is that his first appearance as a ghost, then at the end of the episode, he's revealed to be alive, and later he gets recast. Yeah, that'd be cool. Of course, I also think it'd be a really good idea if he was to write for General Hospital, because I feel like if they need some ideas, they definitely need Jonathan's ideas. Catley says, I need her sis to come get her to take her back home. Ooh. Cat Lady, what's your issue with Paris? Lobby says the second time surprised her because she thought they were on the same page. Thomas should have known. Okay. All right, love. Okay. I'm okay. Laura B, you have a very generous heart. I'm just speaking the truth, Jonathan. We'll see though. We'll see, my friend. Lashata says Kyle is so arrogant Victor will use him again against Jack, yes. Kelly says Paris has been a little snake ever since she came on. Really? Okay. Kelly, what smoke do you got for what smoke do you got for Paris? Darby says, why couldn't they get a new woman for Thomas instead of bringing Paris from Forrester Warehouse? Because they had to give her a story at some point. Big Samuel, what's good, my guy? Hope all is well with you. Kelly says she is after everything that moves in that family. Mm. Cat lady, when was the last time you did a review, a live stream? Okay, I never thought about that. De Havilland was good. Was good, De Havilland. Freddie says, Albert Jonathan should. Listen, I've been saying that for a hot minute, Freddie. I'm like, yo, listen, if General Hospital definitely needs that breath of fresh air, and they can definitely use Jonathan's um creativity. It's true. Listen, it's true. Obi says, "What did Paris do?" Apparently she did a lot according to Cat Lady. Me Cobb, you know Me Cobb. I actually saw you earlier today. You were on James' live stream, right? Oh my lord! Oof, let me take a drink before I read this shit. Hmm. Cat Lady says she is a black broke. Yo, Cat Lady just called her. Cat Lady just called her the Black Brook. Holy shit. Okay. And to have one was good, love. I really hope that Finn takes Tracy's advice and get himself some help before it's too late. He needs to think about his daughter, but I know that he's grieving the loss of his father. Yes, grieving is like a black hole. If you let it get to you, it will really. Holy shit. Okay, I guess I need to finish this. Kelly says, "Who bed did she not try to get into?" Okay. Lakeisha said, "Calling Paris to Blackbrook is insane." Mm. Mecop, yes, I was in and out of James since I was working from home. Okay. No, Mecop, I came on there a couple of times. Actually, no, I came on there today. And by the way, I'm gonna sit there after I read Samuel's comment. I'm gonna read the out of pocket comment that James got. Because listen, me and James will disagree on some shit, but like, my God, this one was just out of. Oh, I don't know if you saw the video, Mecom, of somebody of him talking about fans versus um creators or whatever, how somebody came out of pocket with him. Samuel says, "I think the problem with having Paris as Thomas' fiance is that we haven't seen a viable storyline for Paris. And now she's just thrown into a relationship with Thomas. We should have, yes." And I 100% agree. I 100% agree with Samuel on that. That's the problem. It's like Moses and Faith. What am I pointing for? Moses and Faith. Okay. And Catley is getting a little spicy tonight. Okay, she got oh, okay. I'll tell you, Mikab. Listen, I may agree to disagree with some of the stuff that James says, but like that shit was just out of pocket. So I'm gonna read this dysfunctional comment from this weirdo online after I read Jonathan's comment. Johnson says Sonny's gonna kick Ava out of her place this week. Oh, that should be good. Over Alexis though? Really? Over Alexis is the camel that broke the is the breaking point? That's the problem. That's the problem, Lakeisha. Yes, and I agree with that. Oh, so Mikab and everyone, this is the out of pocket comment that somebody said to James. Oh, I've totally forgot about this, Sarah. She does have the recording. Very true. Okay, so this is what this person said to James, and I'll probably read this again when some more people come in. This woman said, "This was so self indulgent. Stop hating on new media going to awards. The Emmys don't want their interviewers on a channel with all that clutter in the background. Nobody cares how long you've been reporting on soaps. You are old school and tired. New soap channels are much more welcoming and friendly, and I'm very glad that the Daytime Emmy supports them. Nobody cares how long you've been reporting on soaps. Yeah, I'm so tired of your complaining. Bye. Now that was so unnecessary on so many levels. This is like, are you kidding me, lady? Listen, I may not always agree with everything that James says, but like, bro, if you don't like somebody, just unfollow and keep moving. It it was Jonathan, and it was unnecessary. It was like, why? Why are you sitting there? Why are you attacking him on a personal level? Because you don't like what he had to say. Listen, I saw the video, and there was things I agreed with and I disagreed with, but yeah, Samuel, people, nut jobs, self entitled asshole. Yeah, Lord B. Like I said, there's things I agree with, there's things I disagree with, but like, let's not go that far. But the point is, you don't have to come at him like that. Just simply be like, hey, listen, I disagree with your opinion, and I can't sit there and continue following this channel or whatever. Whatever happened to class? Why is that so hard to do? You can disagree with somebody without they coming across as a complete and utter asshole. Evil Fang says, I wonder what is the homeless guy's relationship with. You know, here's the thing, Eagle Fang. I want to know what their connection is. Because he kept staring at her the entire time he was actually supposed to be working. Like, if I was Deacon, I'd be like, if you don't get your ass back to work, you sit there. Jay Blue says, oh, don't say anything. And just, exactly, that's the thing, Jay Blue. Just unfollow. And my whole thing is, Jay Blue, there's a way to sit there and talk to somebody without coming across as mean spirited or whatever. Like, I saw his video about the Emmys. There was things I agreed with. There was things I disagreed with. And I do plan on writing a response, but it's not going to be where it's like I'm degrading him and just shitting on him. Like, that's unnecessary. That doesn't. That's the problem, Jay Blue. See, we talked a little bit. I may actually. Okay. We talked a little bit. A lot of times they come at James and they act like he's just not a person. Oh, you're just a content creator. You can take it, this, that, and the third. It's like, you're still a fucking person. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Freddie. Oh, oh no, cat lady. He meant Zoe staying going. No, no, your ass is gonna stay right here. He meant Zoe going. Samuel says, "Let's see those people be. They would never say it to your face." Yeah, and the bigger problem is, Samuel. They act like he's not a person. Like, you can just say whatever you want to them because they're on the internet, and that's the part that pisses me off. Island Breeze was good. Oh, people be out of pocket. No, cat lady. He meant Zoe. Zoe can, and to be fair, she is not. Have a good night, Jay Blue. I wasn't a fan of Zoe. Um, but no, Island. somebody came at another content creator and they were really nasty and rude about it, and they felt the need for attention, and unfortunately, James gave it to him. You know, Dolomitics, when Zoe first came on, I wasn't a fan of Zoe at all. Island says people can be so dumb. It's also insensitive though, Island. It's also insensitive. Here's the thing, Island. You can agree to disagree, and you can state your opinion when it doesn't come across like you're bashing somebody. Freddie says, Albert, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, Freddie. Even that person's entitled to their opinion, but how you address that opinion is what matters. Johnson says the funny thing about Zoe is she had a British accent. Oh my god, I love British accents. Gorgeous Queen Janet, what's good, love? Oof, okay, that was kind of a lot. Okay, I don't know if I'm actually gonna finish this one. That's right. Let's say what's up to the lovely Queen. And it's kind of like what Samuel says. Like they'll sit there and say all this shit on the keyboards, but they won't say this. They won't say it to your face, though. They won't say it to your face. What's worse is though they act like people don't have feelings, and I think that's where it just gets a little like, what the fuck? The island says, I see the people on the internet are sensitive when someone doesn't agree with their point of view. Yes. Um, Lakeisha says B&B rarely ever writes good stories when they have minority characters. Samuel says, yes, she started with a British accent and then somehow lost it as time went on. Oh, that sucks. Freddie says, Bob, when you read the comments out loud, that person was out of line. They didn't have to. They didn't. Like I said, Freddie, I saw his initial video. There was things I heavily agreed on, and there was some stuff I disagreed on. But like, there was nowhere. Here's the thing, Freddie. That level of anger was misplaced. Like, why are you so upset about this person's take on the Emmys and them not going? Why? You don't have to sit there and be that nasty about it. If he's talking about his grievances, and you're deciding you want to sit there and act like a total toilet seat about it. That's the thing, Samuel. Sometimes they're not, but you're a smart person, so I'm not going to sit there and say that's totally out of pocket. Johnson says, "I heard, I heard Carly and Brendan may team up to take Kate's down." That's what's up. I like Mr. Brendan. Jenna says, "I hope that Poppy and Tom have a juicy pass." Here's what I will say, Janet. I hope that she's good. I hope that the actress is good. Simmons says the Emmys haven't been a good show for years. Well, mm. Alan says everyone can't have the same opinion, so it's best to agree to disagree respectfully. I've always, well, that's not true. I was gonna sit there and say I've always tried to live by that motto, but that's a lie, though. But I'm trying. Though. I'm trying more now than before, though. Like I said, Island, I disagree with some of the stuff he said, but there's no reason to sit there and come at somebody like that. Like that shit ain't necessary. Hey, I actually really did. I can't lie. Eileen says Carly is annoying me. Why is Carly annoying you, Eileen? Very curious on your opinion on that. Samuel says, I'm going to be honest. I don't like the guy who plays Tom. I want his ass gone, be homeless off screen. Oh, goddamn. I like that comment. You know, Samuel, you always keep it 100%. I respect the hell out of that. Janet says Ava was out of pocket today. She was out of pocket. What? Which Ava though, Janet? You're talking about Ava Jerome, who invited her ass to a seat. Who invited herself to a dinner that she didn't need to be that she wasn't a part of. Janet says Albert JJ was extremely complimentary of you today. He definitely recommended yours. Oh yeah, no, thank you, Janet. Yeah, no, I was. Oh, you talking about Ava Jerome? Yeah, no, I was on his channel. I we had a good talk. We had a good talk. And here's the thing, Janet. At the end of the day, I may not always agree with what James says, but there's a level of mutual respect, right? And I saw that. I saw, Janet. I saw that comment that that person wrote, and it was unnecessary. Okay, you don't like the fact that he was talking about the Emmys, and you have some grievances about maybe you thought that he felt like he was entitled. Okay, fine. Then just unfollow him and move on. Why do you need to sit there and make a big deal out of it? That's why I sat there and I looked at the video, James. I looked at the video, Jen, and I was like, what you're doing right now is you're giving that person attention. Island says she's just overly dramatic sometimes. Thank you, Janet. I tried to be. But I'm just like, my whole thing is, Janet, when somebody acts like that and they want attention and you give them attention, what's to stop them from coming back to your channel and saying other horrible things? Because now you know that you got to that person. And to be honest, Janet, not to sit there and act like we're like rock stars or anything like that, but some people really do get off on bothering a YouTuber, bothering a commentator. They're like, "Oh, we got to them, so it's good. Let's keep it going." Some people are actually that immature. Freddie says Albert Ava thought she was about to join Sunny the Tire Blaze and Christina for dinner. Well, Ava thought wrong. So glad Christina stood up to Ava for her mom, Alexis. I have my mixed feelings about that, Freddie, because while Ava did make a complete and utter ass out of herself, she made an ass out of herself, right? Okay, fine. Alexis, you did that to yourself. Stop. I understand that they want to sit there and try to protect Mom Dukes and, be all like, oh, well, Ava shouldn't have did this, Ava shouldn't have did that. What the At the end of the day, like you did that to yourself, boo. Alexis, you lied on the oath. That's not anyone's fault except for your own. You lied under oath. Why are we acting why are we acting like Alexis didn't sit there and do that to herself? Sammy says I wish my life was so free and boring to annoy a YouTuber. You don't have time for that, Sammy. You got things to do. Sammy, you're too responsible for that. You're too responsible for that. You're too mature for that, Samuel. So Unfortunately, you can't play in the sandbox because you're too much of an adult for that. Eileen says, I haven't watched Age in a while. I just read the recaps. Was it was it was it anything good today? It had its moments. It had its moments. I mean well, Freddie, like I said, I had mixed feelings about it because on one hand, I think that Ava needed to be humbled. I think that Ava needed to be humbled because you're getting too comfortable. Okay, you done sat your little ass in a table that nobody invited you in. On the other hand, yeah, Christina, you stood up for your mom, but your mom was wrong now. You stood up to your mom, you stood up for your mom, but your mom was wrong now. You're blaming Ava for some shit that you did. Okay, cool, Freddie. That's good. You got loyalty points. But other than that, come on, you did that shit to yourself. That's the problem with Carly, and the whole, you know, SE was it SEC thing? People want to sit there and be upset with Nina. And I'm like, Carly, you did that shit to yourself. You're the one that sat there and committed the crime. Stop getting so pissy at Nina for calling you out on the bullshit that you did. Because said you just wonder how these mean commenters were praised. You just wonder how these mean commenters were praised. It's I mean, no, Freddie, she's not. Like I said, Freddie, I had issues with the fact that she felt like she was too comfortable. Don't sit your ass at a table you weren't invited to. But, I'm like, Christina, you need to sit there and sit your little pregnant ass down. You need to sit your little pregnant ass down because your mom ain't innocent. Ain't not. She's not. She did that to herself. Don't blame Ava for calling you out on your bullshit. Lashanta says Blaze annoyed me. What did she do? How did Blaze annoy you? She barely spoke any lines. How was she that annoying? She barely spoke anything. Of course somebody wanted her ass too. Lashanta. Deluxe says a snitch is a snitch. Yeah, but a crime is a crime, right? A crime is a crime. Samuel, I understand. I understand why you don't like Carly now. Mikab says Albert has spoken. Christina, sit down. I'm just saying. I was like, sit your pregnant ass down. You getting all worked up and everything like that. Like you doing too much. What's the matter with you, love? I get standing up for Mom Dukes even when she's wrong, but Mom Dukes is wrong. You need to sit there and you know. So Sean said Tom, the homeless man on B&B, was a cutie when a kid. He was on the Andy Griffin show. Ron Howard's brother. Oh, he's Ron Howard's brother. Oh, okay. I thought for some odd reason I thought he was Ron Howard. Valerie. Hey Albert, TJ and Molly might end up making their own child. Well, Valerie, I've heard that makeup blank is really good. And Misty Waters. Misty Waters is new to the chat. Let's everyone give a warm welcome and a howdy to Misty Water. Misty Waters, what do you watch? What soaps do you watch? That's what I said. Let's everyone welcome Misty Waters. Deluxe says Ava has the recording and the influence on these masks. She's about to play all her cards. Okay, so you're a jack of all trades. Okay, all right, Misty, you're gonna fit right in there. You're gonna fit right in. That's what I do, Misty. I talk about all the soaps. All the soaps. Samuel says I was TJ and Felicity had an affair. I saw chemistry there. That would be a good story. That actually would be a good story. Ah, damn. See, Samuel needs to be another writer on this show. But Valley, no, I mean, Valley, that's good soap, though. That's good soap. This is what we used to tune in for. And Janetta is in the chat. What's good, love? Johnson says it's right. He's Ron Howard's brother, and Bryce. Ah, Jonathan. I don't know why, but somebody said that he was Ron Howard. Somebody said that he was Ron Howard. Misty says I like Blaze a lot. She reminds me of. Oh my goodness, Misty is a Blaze fan. Thank you, Darby. Hit that goddamn like button as I try not to get super drunk. Hit that like button. Thank you, Darby. LaShanta, they were good today. They might actually been the best part. Actually, no, I think they were the best part, LaShanta. Freddie says Albert Ava should have been in jail years ago for murdering a defenseless woman, snitching, switching Morgan's pills, helping now make Carly look insane, and putting Carly in Ferncliff. Yeah, that's true, Freddie. She should be in jail. You're actually right about that. Well, Sam, you just have big ideas. Sometimes you're thinking so fast that your fingers aren't catching up. That's all. Timmy says TJ and Felicia have the perfect chemistry from. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure your heart was in the right place, though. Missy says I like. Whoa, Missy says I never liked comedy, so that was okay for me. God damn. Okay, you coming with the smoke tonight? Okay, okay. You coming with that fire? Okay, I like that. Lakeisha said, "Why did she kill Connie for?" Hmm. And Jenna said, "TJ is a waste. TJ is a waste with Molly. No chemistry." Apparently not. Well, yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Laura B. Some people didn't like. Some people didn't like. Courtney. Some people don't like Courtney like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess we're going up. Alyssa J, how's my favorite lovely vixen doing tonight? I hope all is well with you. It's good to see you again. God damn, it's been too long. Alyssa, don't worry me. Don't worry me like that. I can't have you going. I can't have you going away for too long. Island says, "I love the look on Hope's face when she saw the rock." Yeah, me too. Me too, Island. Me too. Misty says, "I had to look up why Connie was killed." LOL, because she knew Julian's identity. Yeah, I mean that was a kind of piss poor excuse to sit there and kill someone off, but I don't know. Maybe the actress wanted to leave. Listen, I'm so sorry. I've been busy. I haven't been feeling well, but I'm feeling better now. Okay, no, it's okay. Listen. I just, yeah, I care about you, Alyssa. That's all. So, Alyssa, you can always. Well, that's on me. I actually, I apologize, Alyssa, because I should have messaged you. I should have messaged you. I know sometimes you're working and stuff, but when I was here, though, I get kind of worried. Always love seeing you in the chat, even if we disagree. Someone says, "Well, I think Ava killed Kanye on accident. I think she was trying to kill someone else." No, but it's good to see you, though, Alyssa. I'm glad you're here. I always appreciate you. So, even when we disagree, appreciate you. Well, I'm glad you told me now, Alyssa. No, it's cool. Glad you told me now. That's why I can sit there and write it down. And Crystal, what's good? Okay, I wrote it down. That's why I want to sit there and make sure I give you a shout out, Alyssa. Crystal says Connie found out that Derek Wells was really Julian Jerome and was going to tell on him, and Ava killed her to shut her up. Yeah, that's some fuck shit right there. Darby says, "Happy pre-birthday, Queen Alyssa." And Samuel says, "Christina and this baby crap is annoying me." Really? I mean, I wasn't full frontal about it, but Island says, "Still sick, coughing away. This flu is stubborn. Happy birthday when it comes to Alyssa." Yes, happy birthday to Alyssa. And I'm so sorry that you actually have to still deal with that, Island. I hate being sick. Alyssa says, "For the question in the chat, I don't think Hope should be jealous, but she's going to be. She and Thomas will get back together." Yeah, you're right. Lashanta says, "I can't wait till Audrey gets her justice." I'm not going to lie, Lashanta. I'm actually waiting for that shit too. And Lord B says, "Happy early birthday, Alyssa." Yes, happy birthday, Alyssa. Happy early birthday. Simeon says, "Fan keep getting mad at everyone for checking up on how." I'm like, just quit answering the door. Just quit answering the door, dummy. I like that. Sean says, "The storyline, Pikeman, the meds, too long, wrap it up." Island says, "Christina is not believable as a pregnant woman." Well, Island, what is a pregnant woman? What is your definition of a believable pregnant woman? Misty says, Kyle will pay for that job, though. Jack is going to be pissed. Yeah. But Misty, Kyle has been acting like a insufferable, entitled prick. I mean, when Audrey was like, "Listen, this is a lot of money," Kyle just like, "Oh," and 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 Audrey was like, "Listen, for somebody like you who was born into money, you don't get it." But that's the thing, though, Freddie. I like that. I like that because Freddie, it's not easy to sit there and apologize. You know, especially for men. It takes a big person to sit there and apologize, Freddie, and it takes a big man to sit there and apologize. So yeah, he was wrong, and we all rode him for it. But you know, I give him props. Lashata says Tom is loyal, unlike Rich and Eric. I don't get it. Oh, you mean the woman? You mean the you know going from one woman to the other? Thank you, Freddie. 23 likes so far, so we're getting up there. We got 39 people in the chat, so we got some ways to go. Lorby, I can see that. Freddie, Albert does. I do need to support. We are the number one live. We are the number one live soap opera live stream channel out here. We are that. Samuel says honestly, don't understand what happened with the Pikeman storyline. I don't know what's going on. I just keep hearing Pikeman. Well, yeah, you pretty much abandoned ship, so I understand. That's true, Lashanta. I do call Audra a professional backstabber. But also, like I said, become a member though. That's another way to help the channel. Share the videos. That helps. Sharing the videos and becoming a member definitely helps. So one or the other works. God damn it! Why is it not fucking working? There we go. So I see some people aren't fan of the Pikeman story. What the? Singer says Audra is very thin. Weiner needs. Audra is the very thing Weiner needs. I can see that. But because Samuel, why do you think that Audra is actually needed, though? I want to hear your take on why is Audra needed. Darby says Christina wants the baby for the attention she gets now. She usually doesn't get from people. No one really takes her seriously. Hmm. Darby, you really think that Christina is actually doing this just for attention? Or you really think that she likes the attention that much? I mean, yeah, I get it. Nobody takes her seriously, but you really think that's what she's thinking about? Yeah, Alyssa, I really do hope that you are feeling better and everything like that. But tomorrow's your birthday. You deserve to have a good birthday. You really do. And I'm sorry you haven't actually been feeling good. Kind of feel bad because I should have probably reached out to you more. So I'm sorry for that. Samuel says, when Victor came to come for Audra, I want her to pull that secret kid out of her that she had with Nate out of her ass and runs the funds up on the Newmans. Ooh, that's funny, Samuel. DC said the same thing. I thought that too, Sean. And then Thomas came back to town and she was all like, "Oh my God, Thomas, let the thing kind of rekindle things." Like, no. How about we don't do that? Crystal says, don't the don't the interested parties already know that Natalia is homophobic? Is Ava's tape really that big of a deal? Besides, Ava started out talking crap about Christina. Bet she won't play that part. Hmm. Well, Crystal, I think for Sunny, that's gonna be a big thing though. For Sunny, it is. And Janet says, "Happy early birthday, Alyssa." Arlen says Hope is a headache just like her mom. She's a little nicer though. I don't think she is, Misty. I think when she finds out that Natalia really is bothered by Christina being a lesbian, that's gonna ruffle his feathers, to sit there and say the least. Pretty says all this is about to change, though, Robert. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I think so too, Free. I think she's gonna keep that child. Well, Lashanta, we don't know. We don't know if Audrey was actually pregnant or not. That's the problem. You'll never know 100%. But I don't know. Misty, I kind of agree. I think he's actually gonna be bothered by her. Samuel says Audrey is a scheming vixen, and it's been years since we had a viable vixen who exudes sex and gold diggery. Very true. Very, very true. Darby says I was going to say some girl having a baby as accessory Albert, but I rethought about saying it. That's stupid, Darby. I mean, well, Darby. I mean, that's Darby. Did you not want to say that because you didn't want to be canceled? Because I don't think that's a cancelable offense. Johnson says I'm pretty sure Ava will pay the recording for Sonny to stay at the home. But John, yes. But do you think that playing that recording of Natalia is going to give her safe passage? Like honestly, to tell you the truth, Sonny will just be like, okay, that's just two headaches that I got to sit there and get rid of. Island says Sally used to be a skimmer too. Ever since she switched to YNR, she's kind of lost her fire. Island. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have been like they've toned her down. Go out of the way, Jonathan says. I think. I think it may go in the way of I'm just gonna get rid of two headaches. But we shall see, Jonathan. We shall see. And yeah, Island. A lot of people have sat there and said that she lost her fire. God damn. Okay, that's a lot. Um, I mean, I agree. It can go either way, but that's just my guess for the way it's gonna go. Gonna be my guest. My very humble guest. Now Samuel has some wild thoughts. Samuel was like, I don't like ever playing nice with Sunny. Change his meds to generic aspirins and go buck wild. Buck effing wild. Samuel got some bold ideas. It's funny too, Samuel, because I was sitting there thinking about one of the things you were saying about the whole. You said something. You was like, God damn it, I hate this song. You were sitting there saying that they should do something where it involves what the fuck did you say? Something about the LGBT and how they should just be bold with it and not worry about viewers leaving the show. I think that's what you said. You said something about how they should just be bold, go all out, and be like, the viewers are going to be fine. They're not going to leave the show. Lashanta says Natalia got, but does Natalia really got to go? Lashanta, does Natalia really got to go? Crystal says the last time they talked Natalia, the last time they talked, Natalia told Sunny about how she was raised and how she feels about homosexuality. She should work on changing Natalia's mind and still kick Ava out. Oh, he should, yes. Well, Darby, I mean, I no, I got that. I got that. I got that. I respect that, Darby. Don't worry about being made fun of. Like we all just here to have a good time now. Darby. So, and don't worry, Darby. I'll probably sit there and do something or say something stupid, and the attention go right back to me. So, Freddie says I like the scene when Tracy was trying to get Finn together for Violet because he's drinking out of control. Tracy, Brooklyn, and Chase wanted Violet to be in a safe environment, and yeah, um, glad you liked it. Um, I mean, that was like the main focal point of today's episode. So, I mean, if you didn't like it, then you were going to be in for kind of a shitty hour then. So, I think you did. Samuel says I was talking about all the shows. A lot of people threaten to leave the shows, and they don't. You know, Samuel, I thought about your comment, and I have some thoughts about that. As I Jonathan, I thought it was stupid, and I put that in my review. I thought it was stupid. You use going out to Megan halfway as an excuse. When at the end of the day, you should have been more like, Ava, you've lied for the last time. You've got my patience up to a point where I can't sit there and justify being with you. And then what did they wind up doing? You wound up having a bump and grind section with her before you left. And then you put on your clothes and you're like, all right, well, I gotta leave. Yeah, Jonathan, it was dumb. There could have been a million different ways. There could have been 7 different ways she could have left the show. Lashanta, let me put it this way. Why do you want Natalia to be gone? Lashanta, why do you want Natalia to be gone? You said be gone, but I want to know why, Lashanta. And here's the thing, Samuel. There are How do I sit there and put this in a way where it makes sense? Samuel, for every person that doesn't leave, there's always going to be a person that does leave. Okay? And when people do leave and people do boycott these advertisers, the advertisers lose money. And if the advertisement keep losing money, and if people boycott the advertisers, then the advertisers are not going to sit there and be sponsoring the shows. If the advertisers don't sponsor the shows, then we don't have any more shows. So, Samuel, what it comes down to is potential money lost. Okay. So while you may want to sit there and think, okay, cool, we could just sit there and play chicken with some of these people that say they're gonna leave the show or leave or stop watching the show and don't, there's potential dollars lost that they don't want to have. Kirby says, I would do not trust Natalia or her daughter Blaze, who really knows her. It's true that the apple really does fall far from the tree. Natalia is grimy, and so is her daughter. Wait, Darby, how is her daughter grimy? What is that? What has her daughter done that has been shown to be grimy? Here's the thing, Lashanta. You know why she's needed? You know why she's necessary, Lashanta? You know why Natalia is necessary? Because there are real people out there that's like that, Lashanta. There are real people that are homophobic that are out there. Okay? There are some really grimy people, like you said, that are out there, right? So if you want her to go because you simply don't like her, then that's like something saying, Lashanta, you might as well sit there and get a Thanos glove and start snapping your fingers and disappearing all the people that you don't like that are homophobic or that are grimy. Natalia, and it's funny too because I came to this conclusion because of DC. Natalia is needed on this show because she's real. Ooh, that's gonna be good, Jonathan. One, because I like good drama. Two, because when Melinda's a bad girl, she is so good. And three, I'm very interested in the storyline. Lashanta says she needs to be fired. Who needs? Misty says I think Natalia will change for Blaze. I kind of hope not. And listen, who needs to be fired? Who needs to be fired, Lashanta? Sean says I love Jason and Britt, best pairing. Oh yeah, they found a way to, well, to be fair, the virus found a way to sit there and ruin that pairing. That's the thing, Sean. And to be fair, she did want to leave the show, so I don't think that pairing was ever really meant to be, right? That pairing was never really meant to be. Debbie says nothing, but it's just a feeling. Wait, what did you say before that? Oh, okay, we're going on feelings. Okay, all right, cool, got you. Well, that's true, Lashanta. That's true, Lakeisha, and she's definitely desperately needs ratings. Okay, I feel like I have to sit there and take a drink, take a shot before I read Samuel's comment. No offense, Samuel, you're my guy though. Samuel says these souls have always been on the chopping blocks, even when they don't do stories out of the norm. We have more ways to watch soaps than ever. Viewers aren't only coming from live viewers anymore. No, no, it's just I mean, like I said, I'm interested in your take. Oh yeah, Misty. No, I definitely miss Soap Net. I'm not gonna lie, Misty, that was my shit right there. Um, I just I get what you're trying to say, Samuel, and maybe you have a bit of a activist spirit in you, and I respect it. And here's the thing, Sam. You know what I'm doing? I'm playing devil's advocate, right? Because I'm not simply saying that you're entirely wrong, and I'm not simply saying that what you're saying I don't want, but I can see the other side pushing. And I feel like these soap operas, like you said, they're always on the chopping block. The last thing that they lead, that the last name, the last thing that they need is to lose sponsors. This is where it's like you have people you have people that unfortunately kind of dictate some of these stories and the way that they go because of their way of thinking. Let me tell you something, Lakeisha. Well, I didn't grow up on soaps, but I mean, I used to love SoapNet, Lakeisha, and not just because of the fact that it was convenient to watch the soap operas at night, but because of their own unique shows. Okay, um, what did it have? Soap Talk with Ty Treadway and Lisa Rinna. A day in the life of a soap star with Wally Kurd and their original programmings. Okay, Who wants to be a soap star? Something. What's the name of that show? Something with Erica. Being Erica. Yeah, Lakeisha. I go old school. Crystal says Natalia is just an over the top mama gear who should let her daughter be who she is. She will figure it out eventually, maybe when and if her son shows up in PC. Maybe. See, that's why I said, Misty. Let me tell you something, Misty. I go old school, okay? I go old school. I remember that stuff. That's why I ask the question every now and then, Misty. Should SoapNet come back? Or do you think that it's obsolete at this point? Sean said the actress that played Britt was good as a character. Dummy GH. Well, Sean, from what I understand, she wanted to leave. This wasn't a G's decision, Sean. This was a her decision. She wanted to leave. She wanted to move. She wanted to sit there and pursue a life somewhere else. And she also met a new person. So unfortunately, Sean, this wasn't a Jay's decision. This was a her decision. That's the thing, Sean. A lot of times there's background drama, and sometimes it's the show's fault. Sometimes the actor wants to leave. There we go, Island. Yep, the actress wanted to move to England. This wasn't a GA's decision. This wasn't a GA's choice. This was a her choice. Lakeisha says SoapNet was great when I was an undergrad when I couldn't watch. Well, yes. Here's the thing, Lakeisha. I used to um I used to record my shows during VCRs. With VCRs. But watching it at night made it easier to watch. And like I said, I enjoyed the other shows. And I think the actress that played Brit was on um Who Wants to Be a Soap Star. Samuel says actlessness role in abortion storyline in 1960, 1970. If there was ever a time to be scared to lose viewers, it would have been then, but those stories took soaps to number one. SoapNet could have worked if it wasn't just catering to soap the ABC soaps. But that's the thing, though, Samuel. It wasn't just ABC soaps. Samuel, they had Days of Our Lives on there. They had Young and the Restless on there. They had Bold and the Beautiful on there. That's actually not true, Samuel. I remember they put the other soap operas on there. It wasn't just towards the ABC soaps. It started off on the ABC soaps, but it wasn't just towards the ABC soaps. So, oh, my bad, Jonathan. Well, here's the thing. I know Days of Our Lives is on there, and I know the young. Oh, is the Young and Rush is on there? I know Days of Our Lives is on there, and I could have swore Passions is on there too. No, I remember that, John. I know that, Samuel. It started off only on ABC soaps, but they did actually include other soap operas. They did actually include other soaps on there. There you go. Yep, Lakeisha. Why not was actually on there? That's kind of stupid. It was too late at that point. Okay, that's kind of weird, though. Jonathan, that they only put Y and R, not B and B. But Samuel says it was too late at that point. Samuel, I think there was other problems besides just the fact that they included the ABC soaps. Because Samuel, you gotta sit there and think there's when something fails, it's usually more than just one thing. Because I'm assuming B&B wasn't on SoapNet because it's in only 30 minutes. That's no, that's not. It's not true. Because Port Charles is on there. Um, Port Charles is on there. Ryan's Hope was on there, and that was also 30 minutes. But yeah, no, Port Charles is on there also, and I think some other soaps is on there too. Johnson says in Days was the only NBC so. Oh, okay, well that. Thank you, Jonathan. Shit. Actually, I appreciate these because a lot of times I don't know something and I'm always getting educated. So I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Sean says she left because Steve wasn't there no more because he was fired because of blank. He was the only reason she resigned, did she, but did he was fired? That's what I read. Okay, hold on. I feel like there's bits of that I did not get. Oh, and Lakeisha said, "Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to the schedule on SoapNet." Oh, here's the thing, Lakeisha. It was before my time too. I just remember them heavily playing it. And I remember, Lakeisha, there was one point that they had a guy named Mike, Sonny's dad. Sonny's dad was on Ryan's Hope at one point. It's one of my favorite characters. Freddie, why is Lulu your favorite character? Why is Lulu your favorite character? I'm very curious. Simmer says B&B wasn't on there because SoapNet couldn't afford Brad Bell's cost. Oh, hell no. Hmm. But no, Lakeisha, that was before my time, though, too. I just remember that the actor that played Mike was on Ryan's Hope, and the actor that played Jessica's mother on Will Like to Live was also on Ryan's Hope. Yeah, I remember that. Johnson says at one point Sony wanted to make a competitive soap channel called Soap City featuring CBS soap. Operas and dates of our lives, but the channel never lost. Oh my god. Jonathan, can you imagine the possibilities though? Goddamn Sony. It's like I love that company and hate and it's like I love that company and can't stand that company at the same time. Island says we're getting a history lesson. I didn't know this stuff. I knew certain stuff, but I didn't know all this stuff. I'll tell you this much, Island. Okay, as somebody who does the soap opera content, this is great knowledge right here. Okay, I always sit there and say, I may not know everything, but I know the audience does, and it helps me grow as a channel. So, like I said, I didn't know about what Jonathan was into saying. Singer says Ryan hopes another word were both on SoapNet. Yeah, they were. Samuel, would you want SoapNet to come back? Freddie says because actually the Julia OG Lulu was my favorite because she added the character being. That's true. That's true. Yeah, and Freddie, I was not a fan of Emily Ryan. I think that's her name. I wasn't a fan of that Lulu. And it's funny too, Freddie, because when I actually took a break and I came back and I started watching it again, I was like, "Who the hell is this chick?" And I noticed, here's the thing, Freddie. I noticed that her acting was not ABC acting. It was like Days of Our Lives or The Young and the Restless acting. I felt like it just, and that's the thing, Freddie. Timmy says yes, but with original soap. Yes, but with original soap operas. Yes, but with original soap operas. Hmm. Soap net. I remember the days when I used to watch soap net on the weekends. Back when I was in college and I used to get my hair braided, I would sit there and watch about 3 hours of One Life to Live. Even though here's the thing, even though I already seen One Life to Live throughout the week, and I was getting my hair braided, I used to sit there and watch One Life to Live. Um, I used to sit there and rewatch General Hospital in Port Charles. And the thing is with General Hospital, they used to sit there um, and sometimes remix the music. They used to have their own original music that they would add in, and I never understood why they would add it in some of these um, some of these scenes. Well, Freddie, she came from another soap opera. She came from, I think, she came from NBC. I don't know if it was Days of Our Lives or something, but she came from another soap opera that wasn't ABC. And the thing is, Freddie, their acting styles is different. Alan says, yes, my favorite scene from OG Lulu was her telling off Elizabeth in the hospital. My girl was on fire. I gotta find that scene then. Johnson says, a return of soap now would be interesting if they can get all the network soaps on the channel, including the upcoming Gate show and the air pr- air primetime soaps during the day. It will be a good channel. Oh, they would kill it. Oh, Alan says she came from Why Not Always, and that's why. Thank you. That's why. Have a night, Laura B. I mean, that's the thing, Island. If you watch if you watch The Young and the Restless, and you watch um any ABC soap is going to be different. That their style is going to be different. And yes, I agree with everything that Johnson says. Absolutely, absolutely. Now Samuel says Emily Ryan came from Godline first. Okay. Well, I know that there's a different Island says, oh, she left YNR. She came to GH to replace Julie. Oof. Johnson says, and yet, and the new soap now could have been a new program called Soap Daily. Yeah. Lashanta says FBI is so good. Oh, the show, right? You talking about the show, love? Of course, Sean. The first Lulu was great. Well, I mean, yeah, Freddie. I was just explaining the differences between the two. Um, that's all. No, I get what you're saying. Um, but again, it's a different acting style. It's a different energy. ABC and their acting is different than Bo and the Beautiful and their acting, right? That's what we kind of like. That's what we like. For people that watch one or more soap operas, we don't watch them because they're the same type of energy, the same type of acting that the other one has. We watch them because they have different energy. Now, Island says Huge Action is more intense than B&B and Y&R. It's funny, Island, because I used to always sit there and say with One Life to Live that their acting, that their dialogue sound very natural. It sounds very realistic to some extent. And that's something that I picked up on when I started watching soaps, particularly with General Hospital. I mean, particularly with fuck me, with One Life to Live. Pick this shit up. Let's see if Kyrus is actually live streaming tonight. Oh, okay, I guess he is. All right, I get to sit there and fuck with Kyrus for a little bit. Oh, Kyrus! And Kyrus just gifted a membership. That's what's up. Thank you, Kyrus. It's actually funny too. I was just in there saying that we was actually going to be live streaming tonight. I was like, okay, I get to sit there and kind of fuck with you tonight, but in a good way though. But thank you. Let's everyone thank Kyrus for the gift of membership though. That's actually so funny too. It is funny too. I was just at the like, is Kyrus actually live streaming tonight? And I looked, and then I saw him. So that's what's up. Thank you, Kyrie's. I wonder who actually got the gifted membership, though. That's some funny shit, too. I was just in there thinking, like, Laura B was just gifted. Okay, all right, Laura B, we're going to see you on the weekend. Yes, exactly. Let's up and quiet. Oh, quiet guy. I wonder why I haven't heard from you all night. That is actually kind of hilarious. I know. I just well, thank you, Gary's. You know, it's actually funny, Curry, because I did my review today, and one of the things I was just saying was, you know what? EJ actually took out the trash. EJ actually took out the trash, and I thought about your video, and I was like, you know what? I mean, that's Kyrie. You know, I did give you a shout out on the video, but I was like, um, Darius was right. EJ literally took out the trash. Samuel says the acting on NBC used to bother me. It comes off homely and very weird to me. Really? You know, and it's funny too, Kyrie, because he was very complex, right? Because yes, he did take care of Teresa. He isn't there lying to Nicole, but at the same time, Nicole's like, "Oh, don't worry. You know, listen, I made a kiss some other guy not that long ago. But why did you not sit there and tell me?" I was like, I can't believe Nicole actually sat there and said to EJ, "Why did you keep that secret?" I don't know, Nicole. Why did you keep that secret? Like, are you kidding me? And it's funny too, because I was actually going to sit there and say something else, but I decided not to because I still have an edit button. Sean says GH has good actors and a lot of bad writing. It's funny too, Sean, because I think they won best writing. I think they won best writing this year. Holy shit! Island says yeah, GH lacks good writing. Now B&B is a mixed bag with the actors, but the writing is not consistent. She won Emmys. So that's the thing, Freddie. I was never into the Emmy shows until I started to become a YouTuber. But it wouldn't surprise me that she actually won some Emmys, though. Happy night, Lashanta. I'm gonna sit there and say have a good night, Lashanta, and then if I see Lashanta and Kyrie's live stream, be like, I thought you were calling it a night. Oh, two Emmys. Damn. Okay. You know, I wonder what Emily Ryan is doing. Oh shit. Harry's motherfucking Clark just gifted another membership. Holy shit. Thank you, Kyrie's. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. Oh, and sorry for anyone that's religious that I just actually said Jesus Christ there. Why is this not working? Why we got the gifted? Exactly, LaShant. Exactly, Kyrie's Lashanta and Laura B. You know, we gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Uh, We're gonna have a good time. Freddie said, God forgives me. Well, here's the thing. I know how some people act whenever I sit there and say Jesus Christ or whatever. Um, I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. Which I know still bothers people, but I give two fucks. Johnson says people have been saying that might be new Abigail, but today's Wikipedia still lists her as a character name. You know, it's actually funny, Jonathan. I saw, um, what's acting up? Holy shit! But no, I saw that. I actually told you, I saw that. I saw her Instagram. She was like, "Who am I playing?" She was like asking people, like, "Well, who am I playing?" You know, whatever. Um, thank you, Kyrie. Kyrie says, "I really wanted to do a separate GH review today, just didn't have the time." I feel you, Kyrie. I do. And it's actually kind of funny too, because I'm just like, whenever I see a review for you, I always sit there and think, I'm like, now he's starting to kind of see, um, I wouldn't sit there and say the pressures or whatever, but just like reviewing daily is hard, Carrie. Reviewing daily is hard, and it could be a challenge, especially if it's not a good episode. Especially if it's not a good episode, Carrie. I would sit there and tell you this much: like the hardest reviews to do, well, are the episodes that are boring. Those are the hardest reviews to do. And I'm not gonna lie, Carius, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing you do a review from an extremely boring and somewhat shitty episode. Johnson says, "I just hope Clyde wasn't lying about Abigail being alive, but I won't put it past him." No, Jonathan, I think that this reveal about Abigail being alive is too big. Freddie says, "That's how you roll, Albert. I don't have a problem with that, but just I do believe in God, so it's okay." I know, I respect it. I respect it. Carrie says, "Yes, indeed. I have to give my whole lunch break to get the take of the day's review, but today had a great day. But have a great night. Have a good night, Carries. I'm a I'm gonna sit there and fuck with you and yours, Carries, for a little bit. Um, like I said, like the I think probably the hardest reviews are either one of those reviews where it is emotionally hard or really boring. Those are probably the two of the hardest reviews to do. Um, only time I actually don't do a review on General Hospital, which is really rare, is if I have nothing positive to say. I have nothing positive to say. Alyssa says, "I've been quiet today." Listen, it's all good. Listen, I'm happy that you're here. Even if, here's the thing, even if you don't participate and you're just listening in, you're just doing whatever, I appreciate you. You're here. Listen, my housing situation has changed yet again. All right, I'm a D. Well, if you don't feel comfortable talking about it here, we can always sit there and talk off cam. But like I said, I appreciate you just being here. Ida was good, love. It's good to see you. I know, Alyssa. And that's the thing, a lot of times people don't necessarily always have to participate. A lot of people will just sit there and listen in. And I appreciate that all the same. Alyssa, you had a long day at work, you had a long day doing what you were doing, and you still took time to sit there and come to my stream. And that's for everyone here. So that's more than enough in general. So don't ever feel like you have to apologize for just being quiet. You're here, and I appreciate that alone. Yes, Freddie, smash that goddamn like button and become a member too. Hitting the like button, sharing the videos, that spreads like this channel. We actually, and that's the thing is, we actually have some new people here tonight because people are hitting the like button, because people are sitting there sharing the videos. Um, I could have sworn Let's see. God damn it! I should probably get ready to head to bed soon. Fuck me sideways. I swear, I feel like this phone is just fucking with me just because. Island, where? Well, I'm in New York, and it's been some hot days, but not as hot as where some of y'all are at. Sean says, "Albert, where's Taggart? Taggart is drinking somewhere under a bridge. That's where Taggart's at, Sean. Taggart is drinking somewhere under a bridge. No, Island, he's in the attic. Island, he's in the attic. Okay, he's in the attic with all the other. He's in the attic with Monica and Moses and Johnson says, "Where's Evan Fears? He's in the attic. He's where Moses is at. See, people think that Moses is in college. He ain't in college. He's in the attic somewhere. That's where he's at. He's in the attic somewhere. What are you sorry for? Okay. Listen, I'm always here for you, no matter what, love. You're my girl. For life, which I can be pretty annoying, so I want to apologize in advance. It's like this goddamn phone is annoying. I'm as annoying as this phone is. Island says Clyde is in the attic too. We can sit there and say that Hope is in the attic, right? I mean, not Hope. Yeah, Hope from Days of Our Lives is in the attic. She's in the attic, right? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. 8 people shared my video. 8 people shared my video. That helps. Okay. So even if you can't become a member or whatever, um, oh, Cyrus. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely in the attic. His ass is definitely in the attic. Let's not get that twisted. His ass is definitely in the attic. Johnson says Orpheus is in the attic. I miss Orpheus. Yo, they need to let Orpheus come out and play. They need to let Orpheus come out and play. That's funny too, Jonathan, because like that was probably the first villain that I saw was Orpheus, and I was like, I kind of like this character. Freddie says, "Okay, Albert, this live stream was fun as always, and stay blessed and peace out." Yes, have a good night, Freddie. Thank you. Sean says Zeke is in the attic. Yeah, his ass is definitely in the attic. Ron says, I was just watching things coming and going on who the good and the bad news. Okay, well, you know what, Ron, I'm gonna check it out. And I'm totally not gonna be bothered by the fact that you stopped watching my live stream to go to somebody else's live stream and go to somebody else's video, but whatever, it's fine. I'm totally not gonna be upset about that. Johnson says you would think Orpheus would come out and ask where his son is since he has. The funny thing is, Jonathan makes 100%. He 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 he's 100% right about that. The case of GH has too many characters and not enough aligned for them. And that's the thing, Lakeisha. I've been saying that shit for years. There's only one woman here that would disagree with me, And that's Cat Lady. I don't think that she's actually still here tonight, but she would disagree with me now. Missy said, "Whoops, my son woke up." John says, "Imagine if Orpheus found Jan and pulled the gun on her." Yeah, it's funny, Jonathan, because I've been thinking about that, right? Like, always, there's times where I wonder where the other actors are, what they're doing, and what I really need to probably do is start looking into some of this stuff, Jonathan, because somebody said something about the fact that Brit was let go, and this isn't fair, and I'm like, the actress that played Brit chose to leave, and the reason why I sit there and say is because your perspective shifts when you find out that the actor chose to leave as opposed to the actor being fired. Nathan, we found out, well, for me, I found out, when I found out that Nathan chose to leave as opposed to, um, him being like just fired or whatever, my whole attitude changed. Okay. All that sadness and grief that everyone had towards Nathan, I was kind of just like, he chose to leave. So I kind of just really didn't care, you know? Now, it would have been a little bit different if the actor didn't choose to leave, but knowing that the actor chose to leave, my my perspective and everything was like that was a lot different. Johnson says maybe if Sean and Belle came back, they could do a story where Orpheus kidnaps Belle and demands info from her and Sean as to where Evan is since they saw him last. Be a good way to, Jonathan, it'd be really cool if they can get back the actor that plays Evans. Sean says GH ratings are really bad. Yeah, they are. That definitely does not put a smile on my face. But that just means that GH has to sit there and step their asses up a lot more, though. That's what that means. It means that they gotta sit there and step their asses up a lot more. I think they need to do a little more than that, though, Island Breeze, if we're gonna be honest. That's only half of the problem, is wrapping up these stories. See, people didn't like the fact that GH won a lot of awards and a lot of accolades that they felt like shouldn't have been won. But since the actor who played on Evans appeared on the episode soon after playing a younger version of Dean, Jonathan was. Oh yeah, this was on Supernatural. I was gonna sit there. It's funny too, Jonathan, because I was sitting there thinking about that spinoff that I never watched. Jonathan, you know who else actually played on Supernatural? Um, he played a young version of oh God, what's his the boy's father, John. He played a young John, and he was actually on General Hospital. Griffin played a young version of him. Oh no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Alyssa. Alyssa, that's the thing. You know me. I practically grew up with GH, but I'm not afraid. I'm not gonna not call them out on their shit. I mean, Alyssa, I would sit there and say this year I was a little more lighter on them than last year because here's the thing, Alyssa. I felt like the year before They should have won a lot of awards that they didn't win. And for me, I was like, listen, I'm a G's person, but Days was killing it. Johnson says, I know Matt. Okay, so you know Hunter. Okay. Uh, Jonathan, see, that's why you're my guy. That's why you're my guy. Because you know. I mean, I, have to sit, I can sit there and say part of a sentence. You already know. Ellen said GH was known for decent writing, is the opposite this year. Hmm. Ellen says the only story I like was the Bobby story. Oh, okay. Well, we can agree to disagree. I respect that. Oh, Ron, when was the last time you actually watched General Hospital? When was the last time you watched General Hospital, Island? Come on, Ron. Bring it home for me, my guy. When was the last time you watched General Hospital? When was the last time you watched General Hospital, Ron? Oh, okay, Ron. So you watched? Okay, all right. That's good. It's good to know, Ron. I like that, Ron, because not gonna sit there and get off that shit until you actually told me something. Misty says, "I'm sure Bo won nothing." They actually did, Misty. They actually did. Thorsten K actually won something. Cherie R, the real Cherie. No, Misty, they actually won. Sean says, "I don't know how they won writing for 2 episodes and the rest of the year sucked." Hmm. Island says everything else has sucked. I watched an episode of GH a few years ago. A few years ago. Oh my goodness. Island said a few fucking years ago. Johnson says will Finn fight for custody of Violet and keep going down the path he's on. Jonathan, part of me wants to sit there and say I want him to fight. Not because I think it's a good idea, because it's a shitty idea, but I think it's a real idea. Okay, that's the thing, Jonathan. I would sit there and say this: when it comes towards addiction, when you can't get your shit together for your kids, that's a problem. That is heartbreaking because it's already bad enough that you can't get your stuff together for yourself. When you can't get it for your kids, that is truly heartbreaking. So, for good storyline, I would want him to fight for my own peace of mind and what I think was right. No, you should get out. Highland said weeks ago, Albert. Oh, my bad. I'm a, my bad, Highland. I had a couple of drinks, so my bad. I mean, I said years ago, and Island said weeks ago. My bad, Island. Oh shit. Okay. Ron says if it came to repetitive events to repeat, well, of course, Ron. I mean, it's you know you're correct about that. You're correct, Amundo, about that. All right. As fun as this has actually been, unfortunately, I have to wake up at an ungodly hour in the morning. Yep, I gotta wake up at an ungodly hour in the morning. But what I always sit there and say, you do what you have to, so you can do what you want to. You do what you have to in a day. You do what you have to, so you can come home and do what you want to. That's something I am a firm believer of. So yes, with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming through tonight. This was fun. As always, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Make sure you. Johnson says, like you read my mind because I need to take off myself. Well, Jonathan, trust me, if I had it my way, I would sit there and be on for like another hour or close to an hour. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Island. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Crystal. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Quiet Guy. Have a good night, Misty. Misty, the newcomer. Let's once again. Um, and shout out to Tyrese Clark. Shout out to yeah, Jonathan. And I'm gonna sit there and write put you on my community tab as well. Have a night, Sean. Johnson said, join us next time for another distance soap chat with our Bostic. Thank you, my friend. Jonathan, appreciate you always. You're my guy. Have a night, Blackmon. Ron says, good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to watch Phoenix Coming and Going. You know, actually, Ron, I will do that. So thank you. Johnson says, good night, everyone. And hit that goddamn like button. Yes. Hit that like button. Because it helps out. We have a lot of soap channels. And hitting the like button and sharing the videos helps me stand out. A sea of different other, channels. Yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all back here. And God willing, if I can sit there and do it tomorrow after the hell day that I got to sit there and deal with. But if it is so, we'll be cooking again tomorrow. Oh, LaShawn, what's good? I'm so sorry that I'm actually ending the live stream here. It's good to see you. We'll come back tomorrow, though. We're going to be cooking tomorrow. We're going to be having a good time. Have a good night, Blackmon. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, Darby. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of y'all tomorrow. Sheree says, stay late. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll call you after the live stream. We'll sit there and have a little chit chat, a little convo. You get to hear your voice. Yes, have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. I will see y'all tomorrow. God willing. And Cat Lady still. It's funny too because I was just saying that Cat Lady would actually like to actually have more characters. But I will see all you lovely people, all you lovely and sexy people tomorrow. Have a good night. Laters.